So, yeah. So we're going to go through that again. The more we do it, the better. We did a lot of conversations about what we need to do to improve, so we just have to, keep doing it. So there's a few things that we can probably review, but just a better strategy to make the movement look a bit better. So at this point, let's just go through it again and then try to get your body to be part of the motion. Not just, you know, the turning, so it's compatible with your direction. Because there's a lot of moving around. So get your body to move in those directions, and then take out some of the physical side of the arms. Right. So we try it again. Okay, deep breathing. Okay, so you know, the movements when we do the Sun style repulse the monkey. So the pushing should be a little bit softer, so it doesn't end up like when we open, then we turn, step out, and then push like that. Okay. So get your waist turning with it. So say we're after say fist on the elbow, and then we're gonna turn. So set your hand up like this. So once you set your hand up, then you're gonna step off a little bit into that corner, 45 degrees. So you shift your weight, you step off, now you turn. Now don't unwind it yet. Wait till you get to here. So then you turn, then it appears to be like you're using your torso. See? So if you turn early, then you end up in the position and then it becomes that. So you just remember your timing has to be that while we're coming to this position, we're still looking at the back corner, and then this corner there, you step out to here, then you're going to fold, and then here. So we fold, and then turn. Then when we turn this way, we divert, we pull down, then we go forward, and turn, and turn. Pull down, push here, turn to here, and then we're gonna step out. We did it again. So this, all you do is have to practice this movement over and over again to build the coordination and the timing. So you can just do a whole bunch of these, just moving and moving. The same format. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you generate all those movements with your footwork and your torso, then you have so much time to recreate the motion in the arms. It's if your arms are driving the movement, then you're rushing to get to the position. The body can't catch up. The hands are moving by themselves, and they're going to end up, the body doesn't move, so then the hand is here, and then you end up stuck in the middle. So the thing is, you have to get your footwork going and driving it from your torso to give you some dimension, some volume in the movement. You go forward, sink, turn, and lift. Yeah. Then once you have the basic timing for that, then you refine the pattern of the hands, how you fold and how you lift. Then you can add a little bit of fullness to even your arms, right? So that's that movement. Now there's another movement where we go into the diagonal flying and then downward posture. So that let's do the movements just preceding that. What's the movement preceding that, Rob? You know. So yeah, right after the punch, right? So when you punch, yeah, okay, do that punch again. So you punch, you're punching, this is like a brush knee, and then punch down like this. But make it come like it's coming, like you're over the top, right? And then we go to the next movement. This is where it gets stuck. Yeah, so from there, right, then you're going to step up. Yeah, so it seems like the whole thing is trying to get into the stance, but the arms are forgotten. So once you strike here and you toe out, you have to pass through here. Pull the hand to here like then you have a fuller movement to get to here. You see what I mean? So you want to, even though you're punching here, you don't want to have your hands here and then there's not connected to the legs. So go into the next movement. So you want to go into the diagonal flying with the same, but it's a little deeper than normal in the other form. So you still have to strike out. And then when you go in, go open it, but don't let go of the body until you go. Then you can elongate the movement. So the elongation comes from, yeah. Then this, yeah. So you can. This is actually the Wu style diagonal flying. So it's a big one like this, and then we're gonna sit back to do this, and then come down. That's your downward posture. So you have the two movements there, yeah, and then you lift up. So that's the one that gets a little bit stuck. It seems like the hands are not quite there, and then so you don't have your torso. Yeah, see right there. See when you, because these are your arm is kind of stagnant at that point. So what you're doing is kind of like this, and then this kind of is like this. So let it move. Let it move to here. So that, see what I mean? It's still moving. If you let it get to here, and then you're moving this hand, but then this one is still, then it's really not getting your torso tied into the movement so you can open it. Then when you're here, this hand would come to here. If you go down enough, then it would come up, and then you would just do the standard golden cockerel. So those two movements would look better if you build some torso. Because typical diagonal flying is this, and we only go this far down. But in this, we do go a little lower. Yeah. So you have the turn, but you also have to project forward. So when we're here, we still have to go forward. So it's not just get to here and then turn. See what I mean? So you have the combination of those. Yeah. And then sit back to set up your hand. Yeah. And then you go down and then come up. Yeah, that's good. It was the diagonal flying that was kind of stuck. What other ones? Anything else? Those are the most obvious. That one where you're already square and ends up like that. And that. So you want to, when you step out, leave your body turn, then you can finish it off. Get to here, step out, and then finish it there. Then turn. Use your body to turn, stroke down, turn, get your leg over here, and push. So each movement you have to get your spine over your heel. Otherwise, you're not separating the weight enough. So then it gets rushed in the footwork. Yeah, so try those three things a few times. You know, we have the Jade Lady work shadow, and we have the parallel stance to that. So once you have the basic, foundation of those movements, then you want to build a little bit of accuracy in motion. So if you're in the fist on the elbow and we turn, you want your feet to square up. You sink down and you find that position, then they square up. So the starting position here makes a difference. So you step out. So the weight's still here until you transition to here. See? So there's a lot of, so when you step out, it gives you better integration. So a lot of it is like counterbalancing your motion because of and then this lower hand, because I'm stepping out, you want to keep that so that it's moving with your body as this, it's compatible with this. So the lower hand needs to be a little bit fuller. You know, when it brushes down. So you want that to come. It's like you go out bigger and then you get there. You see what I mean? You go out bigger and then you get there. Otherwise, if it's too small, look how it looks. It looks like that. It looks like it doesn't match. Right. That's it, yeah. See, so when you make it bigger, you kind of, you complete the movement, then you're there. When it's like this, that's how it looks, too small. Same thing in brush knee. If you brush knee and it's like this, you see how that is not full enough. When you brush knee and you stroke down, it's out here, and then it's here, because everything is coming together.
Kind of reminds me of what you say in general, but just, don't move, like try to keep the weight back as long as you can.
Yeah,
Shift
yeah.
towards it.
And then, it's everything is transitioning. It's like it's fluid going in a forward direction, and then if you're going backwards, everything is going backwards. So it doesn't look stagnant. Yeah.
Easy to say.
Huh?
Easy to say.
Yeah, that's why I say it. It's easy to say. To try to do it, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I'm pretty good at talking. Well, at least I try to get the message out. So yeah. Which one? Yeah. 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 It feels awkward because they're separate right now. When their body's working as a unit, then there's a sort of a counter relationship. It's not intuitive. It's counterintuitive. So what you think when you step out, it's counterintuitive in the sense that you want to turn first. But actually, you have to set up your body as a winding. As a winding. So your body in the torso, the hip, legs are pieces. They have options of how they want to move, depending on what you're recreating in a direction of motion. So it's like twisting, if you took a towel and you just rolled it, it goes in one way, right? Like an egg roll. But if you take it and you split it in half and put a joint in it, and you go like this, like you're twisting a towel, then you have counteracting motion. And it creates like a donut. You know a donut, a Corella? You roll it, right? So it's like wound up like that. So your body can, if I'm going this way, like cloud hands, you actually will wind your body up and then unwind it as you're going through the motion. Because your feet are moving, but then your torso becomes part of the rotation. So your body, your waist can actually continue to turn. Because when you're moving left and right is right, your torso. So moving left and right really helps you capture the the energy and emotion, because your body is like a spring. And when you wind up a spring, then it lets go when you release it. So winding a spring is sort of storing energy. It's a kinetic energy, you know. But when you wind it, it can be, held or sustained until you let it unwind, right? So it's more important sometimes when you see it in application. Like if I take my hand and I turn, my body is creating the turning. Then so I wind it up or I unwind it depending on what kind of action I want to create. So when I go like this, if I wind it up like this, then I turn, that creates more of a intensity here. Because I moved into him like this, then I turn like this. Because the torso became the driving force for that motion. If I go like this, and I turn like this, my body's wound up here. And then I unwind it by going like this, right? So all I do is have to sustain this. Now if I sustain this and then go like this, then that would be more force in the direction. But I missed. But that's what happens, right?
So is it that there's more energy in the unwinding than in the...
Yeah, the unwinding is the store, like when you store it, it's there, and then when you unwind it, it creates the acceleration of that motion. So if I'm here and I wind up, then when I turn, depending how fast I turn, it becomes. But if I turn fast and then, if I could turn fast and do this at the same time, they're disconnected. So when you turn fast, you only have to do that. It doesn't become that, see? So when we're doing that repulsed, the monkey movement, we're here and we turn, we're here wound up. Then it looks like it's working together. See, so the only part that's attached to the ground is here. This is actually free. So this is insubstantial. That's just solid.
Does that turn happen after you brought your feet together?
What's that? You
Does that turn happen after you brought your feet together? I thought I heard it.
So you finish when that stops. But actually when I'm here, I step.
Then you unwind
Yeah,
after you step
yeah,
together.
yeah. But the unwind is really, if your spine is vertical in the line, and I step out like this, my spine is here. That's all I'm doing is turning here. It has nothing to do with this. That's just there as a insubstantial support, but it's really not doing as much because it's insubstantial. And then when you step out, you're there. Oh, yeah. So that's kind of what it is. All right, we got a bow. Ready? Up.